Yo, what up, lifers? What up, lifers? What up, lifers? It's Dave Life. It's Dave Life. You're watching Dave Life After Dark. Dave Life After Dark. This is the After Dark podcast. Again, the episode don't matter because we still rocking and rolling, man. I appreciate y'all. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're with us tonight, so I want to say thank you, man. This is a special edition of After Dark. We're doing this on a Tuesday. Shout out to everybody that does watch on Thursdays. We're doing it on a Tuesday. Let's start this off like we always do, the right way. Dear Heavenly Father, have your way, Lord. I pray that you would speak to your people. I pray that you would enlighten, entertain, and inform us, Lord. I pray less of me and more of you. Father, forgive us of our sins that we've committed, both by commission and omission. Charge it to our head and not our hearts, Lord. Wash us and cleanse us in the blood of thy Son, Jesus Christ. And Lord, just let this be a great conversation, a great show. Let us give you glory. Let us not glory in anyone's misfortune. But let us talk about things and educate each other and have a grown-up conversation. We give you all the praise, glory, and honor in all things. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, and amen. What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Hey, man, welcome back, man. It's Dave Life. I'm glad y'all able to join me on a Tuesday. Tonight, we're going to get into some stuff tonight, man. Tonight, we're going to get into a topic. Our topic tonight is the Diddy case. Strange developments. The Diddy case. Strange developments. Now, a lot of things get discussed in this Diddy case, and here to help me, let me see in the green room. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready in the green. Okay, yeah, I see you. Okay, look, this is my my friend from another. How does I say? I say my sister from another mister, my brother from another mother. My friend that's on the mend. I don't know what rhymes with. I don't know. Come on up to the stage, my friend Mrs. Susie Pie. What up, Susie?
Hi.
What's up, Susie?
How you doing, Dave?
I'm good. Let me turn the music down a little bit. Get us going. All right, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Okay. Oh yeah. You sound like you sound like you in the camera. Okay. I like that. Good audio tonight. Okay. All right. I see you at your place of business. I can tell.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I like the light. Can you give me a little less overhead light?
I cannot. Let me see if I can just move.
No. Whatever you just did. You know what?
Is that better or is it still?
No, now you're off center. Just come on back to let's just keep it how it is. You know I'm a perfectionist, Susie. Let's go back.
Yes,
go back
sir.
to how you had it. Well, actually, you know what? No. Look, we're gonna be doing the Lil' Kim.
Tell me where you.
Oh
Whatever
man.
is best. Like
No,
I'll
you're
sit
good. As
around
long as
it.
yeah, you're good. I see somebody else. Hold on, let me see something. Hold on a minute. Oh gosh, she didn't put some. Are you ready, ma'am? No? Okay, just give me a thumbs up whenever you're ready. They can't hear you. I can see you. We got somebody in the green room. You are ready. All right, hair and makeup, you got your situated because last time Yvette was on here last time. I was like, Yvette, you gotta face the camera. She was all laid back. We had a good show last time.
Florida girls.
Florida girls in the building. As a matter of fact, yeah, come on up to the stage, video lady Yvette. What's up, Yvette?
Hey, beautiful.
Hey.
You should be getting ready for the storm like I am. This one pulling me out. Talk about stuff.
I am.
Yeah, so let me turn the music down. First of all, ladies, thank you for joining. I appreciate both of y'all for joining tonight. Everybody that's watching via Facebook, Shout out to you guys, everybody watching via YouTube, everybody watching via Instagram. Do you know who watches us the most, y'all? Live. You know who jumps on quick? Guess which platform?
Ooh,
Twitter.
really?
Twitter don't play.
Mm.
As soon as we go
Really? I'm
live,
not even on there.
Twitter jump up here. Twitter jump up here. So shout out to everybody in Xland, also known as Twitter. We live. Yes, my baby. We live, Destiny. We live, baby. We live.
Hey,
Shout out to Destiny.
Destiny.
Shout out to my baby watching. We live, baby. We live. That's her favorite comment as soon as we start. We live, y'all. Yeah, we live.
Absolutely.
All right. So,
My
ladies,
favorite line is, "We's married now."
we's definitely married. We's married for real. All right, ladies, get your drink of choice because tonight is going to be interesting. The actual topic tonight, Yvette and Susie. Hold on. Check 1, 2. Check. All right, there, Susie. It's still something happening with that little small echo.
You want me to take off the
No,
the
because you
thing?
sound good. I just got to get past hearing my S's and T's echoing in the back of my ear.
It's not you, Yvette.
No, Yvette, you good. You super good, Yvette. Yvette, you look scared. Are you all right?
I'm tired, man. I told you that before. I was
Yeah.
trying to go to sleep.
All right.
People still on the West Coast hitting me up talking about business. Let me see if that was handled.
All right. So look, first of all, you guys, please be safe with Hurricane Milton out there. Are you in the line of fire, Susie?
Yeah, we're both gonna get some of it. We're gonna get some of it, the
Yeah.
outskirts. There's
Okay.
already a lot of rain and wind already.
Is it? Oh man. Okay. Y'all please be safe out there. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Instagram. I see my day ones in the building. Carl, what up, big dog? Yolanda's in the building. Freedom. Free Jay Burton. Free Jay Burton is in the building, man. Hold it down, Jay. Please get out soon, man. We praying for you, brother. Jay watches from inside, you guys, from behind the wall. So free Jay Burton. Peaches, Rob, what up, y'all? Everybody that's watching. I appreciate everybody that's joining. Make sure you guys continue to watch because we about to get into some stuff right here. All right. First and foremost, ladies, this is the topic. The Diddy case. Strange developments. The Diddy case. Strange developments. Now, as you can see, we have someone on the cover of this who ain't Diddy. Why do y'all think I got someone up there that's not Diddy? The man. First of all, who do I have up there for the people that will be listening to this on Apple Music once we put it out there? We ain't done it yet. But for the people that will be listening to this, without seeing the visuals, who do I have up on the stage, ladies?
Jay-Z and Jaguar Wright.
Jay-Z and Jaguar Wright. Who is the person in the background?
Who is that?
I have no idea. That could be the one in that song that I was talking about. I don't know.
Which song?
The one that I still don't know the name of it, but the Jay-Z kid, can I hit it in the morning?
No, I think that was a Millie. That was a Millie. Oh, was it Foxy? Okay, that might have been Foxy.
No,
nope, it wasn't Foxy Brown.
It was a Millie then. A Millie. Yeah.
Why does that look like Kerry Washington's eyes?
Don't it kind of look like? But no. Unfortunately, this is the young lady that Alli Carter that we played some of her clips on Twitter the other day. Susie,
the one that talks about trafficking, right?
The one that talks about trafficking. She's from her own words, she's a former trafficking victim. And I have to say, allegedly, I got to say that because I'm not denying her story, but I have to say allegedly because she calls out names big time, big time. And the latest video that she played is heartbreaking. I'm going to play it a little later. I tend to believe her story. I don't know why a person would make up a story like that. Now, having said that, the reason we're really discussing this tonight is because the entire Diddy case has taken some strange developments. Jaguar Wright, who's there with Jay-Z a long time ago when they both were younger, She sang backgrounds on song Cry. She's an artist that has put out her own stuff before, and she's a hell of a singer. And
Mhm.
she's a great singer. Now the thing is, she's been known of the last 10 years or so of getting online and really talking about the things that happened to her in the industry. And I do tend to believe her as well. But at the same time, she does say some fantastic things that can get you in trouble in a major way. Now, recently she was on Piers Morgan. Recently she appeared on Piers Morgan, and everybody that knows Piers Morgan, a very reputable newscaster. I believe Piers is British, and she appeared on there. And so, for her to get on Piers, either she made enough noise that it got to him, or she's telling some truths, right? I'm not sure how we're going to take it, but I got to share what she said the other day. She was on Piers Morgan the other day, and Piers started asking her about what happened in the industry. How many victims do you think are out there? Because they were talking about Diddy. And then Jaguar took a moment to shift it from Diddy to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Let's listen to what she had to say.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Piers.
Listen, like I said, Jay-Z and Beyonce are not here, unfortunately, to respond to that.
I know. I'm just being honest with you.
Now, the reason I pause it right there is because he made it clear. He said, hey, Jay-Z and Beyonce are not here to defend themselves. So you're making claims, you're saying names, you're very impassionate, and these people can't defend themselves. All right. Now,
I didn't like that he said that, because neither is Diddy, neither is any of the other people he brought up. So why is he just going to protect Jay-Z and Beyonce? That was ridiculous of him, in my opinion.
Nice catch. Because that's how he makes his living too. He makes
does.
his living shoveling the shift. And the people don't be there to defend themselves. So yes, you're
Exactly.
correct.
Well,
when I first saw that, I didn't like that. I was like, okay, he's doing favoritism. Certain people can be talked about and others can't. But okay.
So you saw it as favoritism?
Yeah, it's like it's a reason why he's protecting certain people and he's trying to direct the focus on others. Like he doesn't want to touch on those people. Why is that? There's a reason for that. That was intentional. And he's insulting the viewers as if we're ignorant. Like the reason why she can't talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce is because they're not there to defend themselves. Well, the person you're asking her about isn't there to defend himself either. So what is going on?
Nice catch.
Okay. Well, me being the researcher that I am, I know exactly why he did it. He said that because he could be held for libel or defamation, if he's putting stuff out on his platform, right, without checking sources. And on top of that, the reason that he focused on Diddy is because it's not a what if with Diddy. There are charges. Right, he's been indicted and he's in custody. So and now just hear me out. I'm not defending him. I see your face, Susie. I'm not defending Piers. I'm just saying that Diddy, there's facts. He's been arrested. They found over 1,000 bottles of lube, and people are making statements. Okay, so there's a reason to talk about Diddy. When you ask a person a question about Diddy and then they shift it to Jay-Z and Beyonce, he has to go, oh, where's this going? All right. Now, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Check
Hearsay,
this out.
though. You're right. It's considered hearsay in court.
Hearsay. All right, but let's keep going because I don't want Susie looking at me like I'm trying to defend because I'm not. Okay, now check this out. All right, now this young lady right here, I believe she's an attorney. She's representing a woman who has accused Diddy of SA and a few other things. This is also the attorney. Her last name is oh Lord,
Is it
I have her
Carter
on
Mitchell?
something. I believe so. What is her name? All right, y'all.
A
Y'all got to help me with
hyphenated
it.
name.
Yeah, her name. It's a hyphenated name, and I cannot find it right now. So I'll come back to that part. But this is the lawyer, who also has been saying she's been contacted by someone who purportedly has a tape of Diddy having sex with an A-lister, and the person that has the possession of the videotape has contacted her and said, "Can you get in touch with the A-list celebrity to see if we can sell this so that the A-list celebrity can do what's called a catch and kill? You catch the dirt before it gets out there and you kill it by buying tape, buying exclusive rights, and destroying the only copy, supposedly." Now, to me, that's a scary proposition because what if there's more than one tape out there? What if there's more than one copy? All right. And secondly, it seems like blackmail. But this is how she came to our public knowledge. She went forward with that claim. She was also on Piers Morgan after Jaguar was and Vlad was from Vlad TV. They both were on. It was Jag, Vlad, and then I believe her last name is Kid. I want to say Kid. Is it Kid Mitchell? Somebody tell me. Somebody look up the lawyer that's what's her name? Is it Alicia? Kid Mitchell? I'm looking it up. All right, well, I will find it. Anyway, check out what she said about Jaguar's statements on Piers Morgan.
There are so many people coming forward now with allegations about Diddy. What do you think about the scale of this case?
Well, before I get into that, I kind of want to address the prior two panelists. First with Mrs. Jaguar Wright. She said a lot of things that were very jarring in her explanation of what she saw and had firsthand accounts on. My concern for her, she's saying a lot of things that could be considered libelous.
Right.
And I would suggest that she contacts an attorney, if only to vet the information she has or purports to have from other victims. At least they can protect her, and then they can also do their due diligence, the attorneys, to make sure that the information she's receiving is accurate outside of the things that she knows and may have proof of. I
just saw that. It just alerted me. Thanks, y'all. Okay, so she was saying that Jaguar said a lot of things as libelous. And you don't want to be held accountable for slandering somebody's name. So even an attorney is like, hey, Jaguar needs to be careful saying things because you can get sued. Thoughts on that before we continue? Susie?
He's giving her some good advice.
Okay. I think it's all a bunch of crap. Because even right now, I don't know if you heard the news earlier today that there are attorneys being indicted right now. Just because someone is an attorney doesn't mean that they're clean either. It kind of seems like this young lady, based on one of the last videos I've seen of her, is kind of working with some of the people who are on the other side. If Jaguar Wright has been doing this for years, saying things for years, why now is someone calling her out and saying she needs an attorney? She should need an attorney for the things that she's saying. She's been saying things forever and nothing happened. So I don't know why she focused on that instead of the claims. Does she work for the victims, the attorney? Does she work for the victims or the perpetrators? That's where I'm at with it.
The attorney.
She seemed to be getting a cut out of the at first she seemed like her intentions were good. When she first came out, she seemed concerned for whoever that was in the video. And then later on, she started talking about collaborating with another attorney to have that video sold. And I feel like now she's on the other side. She has one foot in both teams, and she's about to get paid too. So it doesn't sound right to me.
Okay, so I have a question then, Yvette. Do you think it's wrong for an attorney like herself to broker a deal if, let's say, an A-list celebrity is about to get blackmailed? Do you think it's right for her to broker a catch and kill deal? Is that ethical for an attorney to do?
That's I believe attorney and client privilege at that point, on how to do it. I mean, her to get the person out of trouble. And if that's what she can do in order to kill the story before it get out there, then I guess she's doing her job, because that's what she's hired to do, to protect her client. I mean, is it right? Probably not. But is she doing her job for the client? That's what she's being paid for. What is it, a defense attorney? That's what their job is.
Yeah. You know what? We got some attorneys in the building, so I'm gonna ask my wife and others, if y'all are watching, let me know if what this attorney is doing is ethical. Is it okay to represent someone that's essentially saying, let's do a catch and kill, because I don't want this one person to get in trouble. I mean, is it essentially extortion or blackmail, and it's being I guess aided and supported by acquiring an attorney? I don't even know if that's right. All right, so lifers, let me know. And if you're on Instagram, come on over to the tube. Let us know. Put the comments in YouTube. You can put the comments on Instagram, but I'm not gonna see them, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all to come on over to YouTube. All right.
But
Who is she initially representing?
Right, that's what I was going to ask you.
She was representing one of Diddy's accusers. One of the ladies, I don't know her name, I have to look it up, but one of the ladies that says that Diddy assaulted her. She's representing
And
her.
that's the only reason why I'm questioning what she's doing. I don't think she's breaking the law with what she's doing, but the reason why I'm questioning what she's doing is because she started out as an attorney for one of the victims, and then someone trying to gain money, which was not the actual victim that she's representing, reached out to her in order to brokerage that deal. And that's like, I mean, go get your money, girl, but like to talk to Jaguar, like saying she needs an attorney now is, I don't know, it just threw me off because she hasn't needed one for the longest.
But Susie, I hear what you're saying, because like you said, Jaguar's been out here talking for the longest time. But again, not knowing what she's been going through on the back end. See, all this stuff is coming out now. So now it's like, look, guys, I've been telling you guys. Now she's got the springboard to really be more boisterous with been saying now, because it is starting to come to the light. So for her, the attorney basically saying, okay, girl, we hear you, we heard you, but now you need to lawyer up and protect yourself in other ways.
Okay, I can see it like that.
So that's what you got to look at that. She's like, you got to lawyer up now. You know, you can talk your talk, but lawyer yourself up.
Yeah, I definitely took that from it too. Like get lawyered up, Jag, because you're out here saying a lot of things and they can come after you legally. And look, and now that it's different saying it on TikTok and on YouTube. I mean, that reaches a lot of people. But when you're on Piers Morgan, you might as well be on CNN or MSNBC. I mean, that's worldwide. I can't even say national. That's worldwide.
Yeah, that's BBC.
You know? BBC, British Broadcasting Network, for the British Broadcast Corporation. For those of you whose minds go to the gutter.
The who? No, the BBC.
Oh, snap.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, so the next clip that I have is, Jag, said her thing, and then the lawyer said her thing. Next, this happened. So Piers Morgan was contacted by Jay-Z and Beyonce, and this is how you know it got real. This is how you know shit hit the fan. All right, so look, mind you, Jaguar Wright gets on there and says, Jay-Z, Beyonce, dirty couple, nasty work, involved with people getting tied up, people getting trafficked, people being hurt, people being unalived. She said all kind of stuff. And Piers said, hold on, They're not here to defend themselves. Let me just right. And she doubled down and tripled down. Here's what happened next.
Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those statements were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. We apologize to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly.
So look, the Beehive went ham because he essentially said Jay-Z and Beyonce's lawyers said, look, I know you reporting the news, but this is totally false, and you can't keep spreading this information because if you do, we can hold you liable. So then he had to apologize. He came out and I apologized to Jay-Z and Beyonce. He even said, on a show called Uncensored, we don't typically edit interviews, but they have agreed to edit out what Jaguar said so that now when that interview continues to circulate for the next infinity on the internet, those statements won't be there.
Keep my name out of your mouth.
Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth.
But you heard what B said. She said, put some respect on it. We put some respect on my name. She said it in the song, put some respect on it.
I need to know from the ladies on the panel and the lifers in the audience, how do y'all feel about this? Let's go with Susie, because I see your face.
No, please let Yvette set the scene first, because she might settle some things before I even start talking.
That's why I wanted you to. That's why I wanted you to go. I wanted you to go for it.
Because I don't have nothing too nice to say. That's why I'm like,
say what you gotta say.
This whole Diddy thing, this whole Diddy situation as a whole, Diddy and all of his cohorts has made me an emotional wreck in real life. That's why I'm like, maybe I'm not, in the right state of mind. But all of this is like money gives you power to do whatever, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because if he didn't ask nobody else to cut any videos, they don't respond to anything. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they don't respond to anything that's said about them.
Yeah.
Ever. Now all of a sudden they're responding, and then they adhered to their request. Child, please. I don't know.
So how does that make you feel that they don't respond to nothing? Now all of a sudden they're responding.
Like in a state of maturity, I'm not going to accuse them because I don't know if they did it for real, and it sucks to be accused of something you didn't do.
Right.
But who the fuck do you guys think you are to tell somebody to take your names, your portion out of an interview, and your name has been thrown around by everybody else? I don't like that. Like, if nobody else, if I can't call Piers Morgan right now and tell him to take me out of his interview, y'all shouldn't be able to call him right now and say, take you out of the fucking interview. Go through the court process. Do it the right way. Just because you're Jay-Z and Beyonce, you can make a phone call and shit moves. Nah, hell no.
But
you're not
Susie,
ordering the steak.
But Susie, maybe that was grace and mercy on their behalf. Maybe they were saying, hey, look, man, we can really like mess you up, Pierce. We can get an injunction. We can make you take the entire interview down, including the part with the lawyer, including the part with Vlad TV. Maybe that was them. Maybe that was them respecting his platform and saying, hey, man, we're going to give you a chance to fix this. All you got to do is apologize and remove our piece and we good.
But why do they respond to this one? I get what you're saying. That could be grace. But why respond to this one? Because people are actually listening to her now, because things are actually moving in the judicial process, that is actually having, some life in it. So now you can't afford to let shit be said anymore. Is that why you're now taking action towards things that this lady has been saying for years? Is because people are listening? So now everybody else who wants to hear her, You already done fucked the girl's career up. So now you're gonna fuck up anybody who deals with her? I don't know. I don't know.
You make a great point because Jaguar
Allegedly fucked her
alle-
career up.
allegedly, because listen, that's one of Jaguar's biggest contentions with Jay-Z. She claims that Jay-Z didn't like, her. Well, look, allegedly, according to her, things happened that were against the law. She was violated,
Hmm.
right? And she
Hmm.
throws his name out for everything. According to her, Jay-Z is the boogeyman. Jay-Z, according to her, is literally the devil. I mean, ain't nobody worse than him. I don't know if Diddy is worse than him, according to her, right?
She said he's worse than Diddy because he's smarter. That's what she said.
I do remember that. So she really doesn't like Jay-Z. So let's just make that clear. Having said that, having said she alleges that she's trying to destroy her career. Like you will never see
Mhm.
the day. That's what she alleges. And so now she's coming out on worldwide media, with these claims.
See, Susie, I do like your perspective on things because see, I'm gonna be honest. Dave already know. I don't really follow half of this mess. I don't even give a darn. I'm out here life in my life, so I don't have time to play with their life. You know what I'm saying? They're just people who just got lucky. We as fans listen to them because they're here to entertain us. That was their job. Their job was to entertain us, and they got paid nicely for it. So I really don't care. But now listening to all of this here, it does make me because I'm thinking about the mess that took place with Jay-Z and Dame Dash, because I knew there was some beef with them with the breakup of Rockefeller, and that's when I listened to a little bit, but again, I still never put a whole bunch of my time and energy on it. You know what I mean? But it's a lot to be said, and I don't think this woman would be out here still today if something did not happen. Now, to what it may have been, we don't know. That's what's happening
Yeah.
right now. We're going to decipher through what was real and what is not. And the truth, the truth will always come to the light. But now this goes into the conspiracy that you and I was talking about a little bit when I was like, sometimes I wonder, do some of these celebrities, because my nephew is stuck on the whole Illuminati. Like he
Yeah.
feels like everybody saying how Beyonce is throwing up the signs, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, that's actually a college sign for the,
For the
one of the
Deltas.
sororities, the
Yeah, Delta
Deltas,
Sigma
right?
Theta.
I'm like that's the Delta sign, but he didn't go to college, so he wouldn't know that. But but you go online and you hear all the, the stuff about it's Illuminati. But I
Yeah.
was saying offline, just talking. I'm like, sometimes do you just think that sometimes these celebrities sell their souls? Who do they sign this contract with? I don't know. And then it just catches up to them. But the unfortunate part is it's catching them at a time in their life where they really should be able to truly enjoy it and relax and just in their blessings. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. But
Yeah.
it's not happening that way.
Mhm.
They're not relishing in their glory right now. They're being torn down as quickly as they rose up.
Yeah. So the reason I put this picture back up, which is the thumbnail for this episode, Diddy Case Strange Developments. The full name is actually Strange Developments, Statements and Claims. Susie, I'm gonna mute you just because I'm getting my echo. All right. Okay, cool. But you still with us, Susie. So the reason I brought this up is because the young lady in the back on the right hand side, Alli Carter, she is a self-reported victim of sexual assault and human trafficking, and her story is heartbreaking. Her story is heartbreaking, and look, you guys, I watched. Hold up. Maybe it's me because I'm still getting this. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna mute you too for a second, Yvette. And if I still get the echo, then it's me. Okay. So I went down the rabbit hole, ladies. I watched I watched over an hour of Alli Carter's videos. I watched other videos from other people. And it's truly heartbreaking when you hear the things that they um, say happened to them. And I watched Chris Cuomo, and Chris Cuomo, after having Suge Knight on and those discussions that we talked about the other day, Susie, Chris, off of his News Nation show, he went to his YouTube and he put up a video where he was just kind of letting loose. And he said, I've heard some of the wild claims. I've heard some of the things they say on the internet about, children being killed and all of this. And I know he was talking about Alli Carter. I know that because she made those exact claims. So he was like, I heard all of that. And he said, I don't know if I can report on that because I don't know if I believe it. I need some proof before I can just report on wild claims. That's what he said. But he has Suge Knight on from jail. And Suge Knight is always making claims. Now, the difference between Suge Knight and Alli Carter that we know of is that Suge was in the industry. Suge was behind the veil. Suge was in power. He has firsthand knowledge of things that we might say are conspiracies, right? Suge is seen. So we say, oh man, Suge calling from jail. He ain't got nothing to lose. Put him on, right? And I fully respect what he had to say because he does know. Now, when you hear Alli, and I'm telling you, when I do play her video later, just hearing her reaction is heartbreaking. I mean, it's bad, y'all. I don't wish what happened to her on anyone. But I'll just list some of the crazy things. Celebrities on the level of Epstein, y'all. Her being trafficked, her being touched and kissed by people that we watch every day on TV. Her being sexually assaulted by politicians that have ran and are running our country. Yes. Tunnels underground cities in Hollywood that connect Diddy's mansion, that connect Hugh Hefner's Playboy mansion, locked doors, a human sacrifice, all types of perverse sexual fetishes that involve harming children. I'm talking, just think the worst. I'm talking people having sex in human blood, the worst. Like the worst. When you listen to her testimony, you just say, God, I hope this ain't true. But then something in you says, but what if it is? Because I just can't see somebody getting on stage and deciding to make such gross and strange claims, right? And they're just doing it for fun. Like I can't see that. I can't see that. I'm looking at hold on, help me, Lord. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this one thing. So then you start saying, well, how credible is this person, right? How credible is this? Like, is this where they get this from? Well, I'm gonna play this without sound. If you see the title, just ignore it. I'm gonna try to play. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna play this without sound. There it is, no sound. Okay. You can probably see the title. I'm gonna press play. I don't know if y'all remember this music video. That look familiar, Susie? You know who that is? You know who that is?
Oh wow, that's the girl. That's the young lady.
Mm-hmm. Now the very signs y'all talking about. Now look, we see what music video this is. I can say it because this is public. That's Kanye. That's Jay-Z. That's Alli Carter.
What video is that? I didn't see the title.
Run This Town.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye. Run This Town. Now, To me, that looks like Alli Carter.
It looks like that. Yeah, it looks like it.
It looks like her, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So
Is she the only girl with something tied around her mouth?
no. So the premise of the video is that it's anarchy, right? It's apocalyptic. It's fires burning. It's revolution, and there's people in the video that are, I guess, about to stage some sort of a revolution. The thing is, though, they're in tunnels. So if you watch the video and as it keeps going, you start to notice, look, that's a tunnel behind them. That's a tunnel behind them. That's a tunnel. So people are saying this is what the internet is saying. Look, and I know it's tough, y'all. See, showing anarchy in the streets and all of that, fire burning, all of that, right? The key is the video. The video is shot in the tunnel now. Oh, and I'm over here without it showing on the screen. David, why didn't y'all tell me it wasn't on the screen, Susie?
It ain't on the screen.
After the fact, I'm over here just look at it. Y'all can't see nothing. All right. Okay. So
Want me to sing a song?
That's a tunnel. No. no. We're not gonna lip sync it. All right, but that's her. These are other extras, right? But apparently it looks like they're in a tunnel. See, that's a tunnel behind them. Right there, that's a tunnel behind them. So some people are saying on the internet that this video supposedly might have been shot in those tunnels or in that general vicinity, right? Now I know that the internet has a lot of crazy stuff on it, y'all. So I'm not gonna say that I believe everything that I see on the internet, but I will say this. I will say this. That looked like Alli Carter to me, y'all. I mean, you said it. You was like, "Is that girl?" You said it, right, Susie?
I thought it was Carrie. Yeah, I did say that actually. I did. I hope it's not her because from what she stated in one of her videos is she was allegedly assaulted at a very young age when she was a minor, and that looks like an adult her, if that's her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, look, according to her videos, stuff continued to go on when she was, 15. And that's why I said I went down the rabbit hole. You really have to listen to all of her videos to get an idea. I'll go ahead and play this.
She said
Go
they
ahead.
filed she said they filed with Child Protective Services. They made a report when she was a child about what was going on. And that's the only reason why I said if that's her in the video, then I'm a bit confused because is is she an adult in that video? If that's her, is that an adult young lady or is that a
I'm not
child?
sure. I'm not sure if she's an adult or a teenager in that video. To me, it looks like it could be either, because everyone in the video was of a certain age. But even now, when I'm going to play her latest video, this is her latest video filmed 2 days ago. It's a little upsetting because she's being threatened. Apparently, her foster mother, and her are being threatened because of all the things they're saying right now. So she's really upset in this video. And this is why my heart goes out to her and I pray for her because I hope to God that she's safe. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and show it.
This is not the way I wanted to come on this live. I'm tired. I can't even fucking hide it. I'm tired. Woo! Do it. There's somebody threatening us right now in a way that I'm just like, you know what? Do it. Do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do it. Do it. You can't take any more that you have already fucking taken. So do it. Do it.
I don't think she's acting. I don't think that's an act. To me, when I see that, I don't see an actor. And apparently, and there's other videos, right, where she explains more. But I will say this: at whatever age, well, first of all, that looks like the person to me that we just saw in the Run This Town video. At least it does to me. I'll show the picture one more time. To me, it looks like the lady that we see here. What do y'all think? To me, it looks like the same person. Right,
I mean, it
all
could be. It could be.
all up in here. Even the size of her forehead.
That's what I was looking at, the forehead and all that.
And I'm not being funny. She has a large forehead, even in this picture right here. You know, so that's why I believe it could be the same person. Looks like we lost Susie. Susie. All right, come back when you can. Oh, there she is. It looks like it could be the right person, the same person. Reaction to her video, you guys, where she's upset. I don't want anything to happen to this young lady because, you know, the whole point of today's episode is there are strange claims and developments. And you have on one hand Jaguar saying something, no one sues her for years. Then she says something on national TV, and it's like, hey, I'm about to sue the media network. Okay. This young lady right here has been saying things for years. It gets no attention. And now Diddy's arrested. And now all of a sudden it is getting national attention. And I do know she's been on the run for years, according to her and her foster mother. So I don't know how bad it's been, but apparently it's really getting worse for her to put that out there that we're being threatened. And she's basically saying, whatever you're trying to do it, because y'all done took everything from me.
She said she's tired. I mean, that's no way to live. And it is mentally just destroying this girl. I mean, whatever was done to any of the people that have came forward, it don't stop there. You know what I'm saying? These people relive this over and over and over in their heads. And then if you won't let them forget because you still coming at it because you want them to be quiet, and they can't because they got to get over what was done to them. So you're just putting more mentally unstable people out into the world. And like she said, she might be just that exhausted that she feels like, I won't be free until I'm gone. You know,
Yeah.
that's probably where her mindset is right now. I'm not free until I'm gone. Like, I'm exhausted. You've taken me, you've taken my life away. I'm not even living a life right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I could empathize with what she's saying, and I feel for her, and I wish and pray that whatever happened had not, but it did. So
Yeah.
I don't think all the therapy in the world would even help her at this point in time, because sometimes it's beyond sitting down and just talking to a person. The
Yeah.
visions, you've heard that saying, I'd rather you just go ahead and hit me than say those words, because sometimes those words just keep resonating over and over. That's like if you tell a little kid every day of their life, you just stupid. You just stupid. Yo, stupid. And you say it every day, every day, every day, every day.
Yeah.
Not gonna grow up and believe. Or he's gonna grow up. So now he's just a person, as I always say, we pity the adult. Now they're adults and people still don't want to hear them. Damage was done as a child, it has never been dealt with. So all they did was grow up as an adult body with a child's mindset, because the traumas of their childhood is still there.
Yeah.
It hasn't been dealt with. And she's reliving it over and over and over again every day. and anyone else that has dealt with them in whatever way. Some may have be able to black it out a little bit because they get to, you know, they get
Right.
to go and be characters on TV and act out whatever they want to. That's how they work through their trauma. But if you didn't make that much money and your life didn't change for the better after whatever was done to you, you're poor and got this trauma, and what do you do with it? What do you do
Yeah.
with it?
Susie, your reaction?
Jeez, you made some great points, Yvette. Jesus Christ. Um, you hit on a lot of stuff. Uh, my reaction, like I said, this whole thing has made me emotional, and I watched quite a few of that young lady's videos, but I never saw that one. And like I'm trying not to get emotional now because, like I've been saying since we've been discussing this, it's like, what do you have to do to matter? Who do you have to know in order to be heard? Like, what language do you have to speak to be significant? Like everything that's going on, I blame it, to be honest, and I know some people aren't gonna like what I'm gonna say, but I blame it on the culture. The culture is a bully. The culture is ignorance. The culture lacks empathy. The culture is all um, entertainment and violence and degradation and lowering the value of people and increasing the value of things. It's the culture. And people praise the culture and protect the culture and stand by the culture instead of character. And that's why this is a result of the culture right here, what this young lady is going through. It's showing us that we are not valuable unless we have a certain amount of money, unless we run through a certain amount of people, may it be physical violence or sexual. If we have sex with this many people as a man, then we're valuable. If
Right.
we beat up or kill this many people, then we're valuable. If we have no feelings and no heart, then we're tough. And being tough is valued. But this young lady, like I've been her. I've been her, and that's why this whole thing is like traumatic. That's why I don't care about what Jay-Z is saying. I don't care about what anybody with money is talking about because they are a person and I want them to be seen as a person and to be judged as a person, whether innocent or guilty. Don't just say like everyone is protecting someone that they don't even know. You don't know Jay-Z, you don't know Beyonce, but people of our color will sit around and protect them and call other people big mad or you're broke or you're old or you're jealous instead of listening to what a person is saying about how they've been treated or victimized and seeing if there's any validity in that instead of saying, oh, where's her credibility? What the fuck? How do you get credibility? Fuck credibility. Go investigate what I just said.
Right.
Don't brush me off because you think I'm a nobody. I've been violated several times to the point that you just black out and be like, fuck it. The next time somebody do something to me, either I'm just gonna take it or I'm gonna kill somebody. And that's how I live my life to this day. So watching that video is traumatic because I've learned that I'm nothing. I don't matter. I don't have enough money or status to ever be able to say someone did something to me. I will not be heard. And that's really the bottom line. Fuck the celebrities. We are, as a people, the people next to you, the people in your neighborhood, the people at your job, the people at your school are going through this every fucking day, and nobody cares about them.
Right.
Nobody gives a fuck about them. Nobody gives a fuck about me. So I'm not gonna get all starstruck over some motherfucker that's rapping on a beat. I could rap on a beat.
Hey.
Right now, drop a beat, Dave. I'm about to hit it. It's nothing. It's nothing. I matter. That young lady mattered. The only reason why they're hearing her is because of who allegedly fucked her. That's the only
Right.
reason why they're listening to her.
Right.
And we need to, everyone who's watching, anyone who ever watches this, I'm sorry to get so like riled up, Dave, but anyone who's listening right fucking now, if you don't care about the person next to you, fuck you. How dare you get all caught up in these celebrities and you have no compassion and empathy from the people you know? That's
Exactly.
bullshit. There's people in your family getting raped right now. All of us know somebody who's been molested and we don't give a fuck. Not that I say we don't give a fuck that they got molested. I'm just saying we all know somebody who's been
But a lot
molested.
of times nobody talks about it either.
Yeah.
Susie, I just want you to know this. I told you before, I'm a road girl. All right. Dave already know I'm a real one. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You need me, call me. All right. You want to talk, you pick up the phone, you call me. All right.
Yeah.
I
I
uplift.
appreciate that.
I uplift anyone in my circle because I believe in a love walk. All right. These fake, and I'm sorry I'm going to say this, but these fake Christians going around here talking about all this stuff, but yet you're the first one talking about somebody in the corner or down in your sister who needs you and spit other who needs a hand up. Oh, they're a man, ain't supposed, but they're people. Damn,
Right.
being a
Yeah.
man, you are a person. You need help just like the next person. You need love and a hug like the next person. You know what I'm saying? We need to get back to some serious loving on each other instead of allowing this so-called media, which we are on right now, but this social media that is not so social. Because social used to be
Right.
when you call people, y'all go in the backyard, you pop open a beer, a glass of wine, and you sit and talk and hug it out. In my house, back in the day, me and my girls and some of my friends used to have therapy Thursdays. We would come to my house or one of the other girls' house, and we would sit and we would just hash out whatever. But I've been doing stuff like that since I was a little girl. Like I would have sleepovers, and my mom didn't care because it was like, as long as I'm not home, I would have a house full of little girls, and we would sit in corners, and half of them didn't even like each other. But I would sit everybody in the corner, and I say, okay, I want you to say what you like about her and what you don't like about her. Let's get this
Mm-hmm.
out. Why don't you like that person? What did she do to you that you don't like? And I used to do that as 9 and 10 years old because I've always had this heart for healing of people. That's what we need to get back to. There's a lot of pain out here inflicted on you for what? Why? We're out here killing each other for what? Why? Because you looked at me? Your sneakers look better than mine? You drive
Yeah.
a better car, so I need to kill you because you're ruining more than one life when you think that way. You're ruining lives. You're ruining that mama that carried that child for 9 months. You're ruining that family that it poured finances and time and effort into making that person great, giving that person some love, letting them know that you matter in the world. But because you didn't have nobody to hug on you, you got to take it away from somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
stop the madness, people. Stop it.
And that's why I think her story is
I'm
so
sorry.
important. No, you first of all, Susie, I'm sorry you went through everything you went through. Anyone out there
Still
listening, I'm
going through it.
sorry.
Still
Yeah.
going through it, Dave. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I can't imagine. So I'm sorry that you went through that. Yvette, you too, anyone that's watching, I'm sorry for what you guys may have been through. The reason that I wanted to play that though is because I wanted you guys to see that um there's two sides to every coin. You know, you've got the hey, don't talk about me and my family, and then you've got the people have tried to kill me and have tried to destroy me, and I've been used and no one's hearing me. You know what I'm saying? So it's two things that's happening here. That's why the episode is called Strange Developments, Statements, and Claims. All right. So I was gonna play Alli Carter's statement last. But this brings us to what you and I were talking about offline, Yvette, the selling of the soul. Are celebrities really out here selling their soul to the devil? Are they really out here doing things and making spiritual contracts? I've read so many things about people doing witchcraft, people selling their soul to the devil, people selling their soul to another celebrity higher than them. And when they say selling their soul, that may not be so much a spiritual thing, but it may be doing something strange for some change. I'll go ahead and be gay for a day if I'm going to get access to this record contract, to these movie deals, if I'm going to be brought into these circles. And then the other thing is this, um, people are being violated, right? Because if you listen to the stories, you know, supposedly, look at this right here. Look at this headline. Diddy, where is it? Here it is. Supposedly, you guys heard about the baby oil, right?
The hootie who?
The baby oil.
The
So,
hootie.
so the
Oh, the baby.
FBI,
I was like, the hootie who? The what?
the FBI confiscated over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. It's we have to say that because they were clear. They said 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant from his home, from Diddy's home.
It was
Um,
ashy.
Listen, you don't need, ain't nobody that much that ashy in the whole damn world. But look, and I'm a dark skinned brother. People be like, Dave, put some lotion on. I'm like, y'all, I got eczema. I'm lotioned up, but I have eczema, so it looks like sometimes my skin is darker or drier in spots, even though I may have just put on some lotion. So it ain't that.
Mama said,
No, God. Yvette, you showing your age. Remember when your mom used to say, "Come here," and wipe your eye, and she putting spit in your eye to get dust out?
Mama said.
I'm like, Ma, I don't need saliva in my eye to clear up, dust. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. Someone said everyone was saying that Jay-Z needed to say something. Hold on, let me post this. Ooh. All right, everyone. One of our lifers is saying everyone was saying that Jay-Z needed to say something, including Jaguar, when he responded, "People are upset." Okay, and then the casting couch has been in Hollywood for decades and decades. Yes, I agree. Oh, and someone is saying that castor oil works best to help with our sickness, to get something out your eye. I hope she not talking about as a lube. I hope
that's not even healthy. That's not healthy at all. Castor oil for a lube. That's not healthy.
All right. So look at this. Look at this statement here, you guys. New York Post has reported that Sean Diddy Combs doused victim with lubricant mixed with a date rape drug to make her easier to assault, according to a certain lawyer. Oh, I'm sorry. So hold on. So Sharon is saying for eczema.
Okay,
cool. All right, thanks for clearing that up, Sharon. We was kind of confused. But yeah, so the same lawyer, and I don't know if anyone found her name. I know I think it's Kid Webb, or her last name. I think it's Alicia Kid Webb. I think somebody please confirm who the lawyer is. But she also has a video where one of her clients claims that Diddy sprayed her with some sort of oil solution, and she was feeling dizzy and not able to move, and then she was assaulted, and then she was sprayed again, and then the bodyguard came and assaulted her. So they're saying that people are using the oil, or the baby oil, that Diddy may have used it as a carrier, a bonding, so I can hit you with this date rape drug easier if it's bonded with this oil, and it can soak in more and get you, that's what they're saying.
Didn't the male sex worker say that as well? The one that had the situation with Trump in his interrogation, he said the same thing about the baby oil.
He mentioned liquid cocaine. That's what he mentioned. I don't know if he mentioned baby oil, but he did mention that Diddy was a drug addict and that Diddy drank liquid cocaine. He said he drank it on the regular, and he called it was GHB or something. It was some liquid form, and he called it was pink something. It was a name.
Okay.
So let me play this. We're getting
so many drugs out here.
We're going deeper. Okay.
Yeah,
we're going
that
deeper.
was making people want to eat people. Oh my goodness.
So Yvette,
Say
you
no
were
to
asking.
drugs, people. Say no to drugs.
Say no to drugs. Now look, Yvette, you were asking, are celebrities really out here doing I'll say evil, evil things? Because listen, if you selling your body to get an opportunity, that might not be a crime, but it might be darkness connected to it. If certain people, because who was it? Oh, in the book, the supposed memoir by Kim Porter. Remember, we went over the book, Susie? All right. The book has been taken off the shelves of Amazon. But in the book, the writer alleged that Diddy was basically practicing witchcraft. And he was doing voodoo and witchcraft, and he was using spells and things like that to control people. Now I'm about to play a video. I personally believe in God, in Jesus, and I know that the spirit world is real. And if there's a God, and if there's a son of God, then there's also an antichrist. There is an enemy. There is an adversary. It's out there. Now, people may or may not believe it, but I'm gonna play this. And the only reason I'm playing this is because this is a celebrity saying what they believe happens in Hollywood. Now, I gotta give a disclaimer. This is not the thoughts of Dave Life, Susie Pie, Video Lady Yvette, or Dave Life TV or the After Dark podcast. This is the thoughts of this person who's saying them. I'm playing it to emphasize the point that people may be doing dark things in Hollywood and people are talking about it. All right. Now that I've said all that, let me play this. That's Rosanne Barr. She immediately starts talking about child sacrifice and eating children. Just listen.
You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just.
Let me pause that. That's Tucker Carlson. That used to be on Fox News. And he said, so they're not just eating dogs and cats in reference to the whole Trump statement when Trump said in the debate, they're eating dogs, they're eating cats, the immigrants are they're eating dogs and cats. So, but please notice, he's making light. Rosanne ain't cracking no joke. Watch her tone.
Comedian.
Right, and she is not fucking joking. Watch her tone. Rewind this slightly so we can get the picture.
You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do, Tucker. Stop staring at me like that.
You're freaking me out, man. Because
They
you
do.
spent your life in the entertainment business, so I think you have some authority on this.
So many kids that I was in mental institutions with over the years, they are all from those cults. And they've covered it all up. They covered it all up. And, you know, I just pray to God. I'm just going to pray to God that he opens everybody's eyes in this country. By the time we go in to vote for Trump, that he will open up everybody's eyes and they will stop pretending to be asleep. You know what they say? You can't wake people up that are pretending to be asleep, but I pray to God, please wake up even those who are pretending to be asleep with the irrefutable truth of what the worst people on this planet are really up to. They are really up to that. They're doing it. There are so many victims. There are so many victims. There are so many children victims that are now adults. The epidemic in America is child sexual abuse, and I just want people to see it. I want people to open up their eyes and see how prevalent and horrible it is. 1 of 3 girls, 1 of 4 boys in this country today. It's just horrible, and you just can't law it away anymore. It's going to get more and more apparent, and you got to choose your side. You know,
Choose your side. If you remember what Cat Williams said, he said in 2024, it's up for all violators. Choose your side. He said, you're going to serve God or you're going to be on the other side with the people that don't. Now, I'm not trying to get hyper religious. I'm not. But I am pointing to the question, are people really out here in Hollywood selling their soul to the devil for fame? Are people really out here selling their bodies to perpetrators for fame? And in this, I'm talking about possible people that may have been with Diddy if they knew he was doing criminal things or dark things and they chose to be with him. Are people being violated into doing things? Because another video said allegedly Diddy was making men gay by getting them drugged up, violating them, and then dangling success over their head like, hey, just don't say nothing and go with the program, and I'll make sure you get this, that, and the third. And then some men were getting more and more into that lifestyle that they wouldn't have been thinking about had they not been drugged and lubed up and taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
it's dark out there, and I just want to point out that there are celebrities that are speaking out. So now we've had Jaguar Wright, that they call it crazy, right? They saying she's on drugs, she's crazy. We have an unknown person, Alli Carter, who people are saying we don't know if she's telling the truth or not, but she clearly is upset and has been through some things. She ain't making stuff up. And then you have Rosanne Barr, who I can't say is favored in Hollywood anymore. She's kind of been on the outskirts because she's always been outspoken. People don't like it. And she looked at Tucker Carlson and said, "Stop looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm telling you what I know. There's people out here doing this." So when I see them three types of people taking a stand and saying things, it makes me say, damn, maybe this stuff is happening. Reaction.
I just wanted to say it's so funny that you even asked that question, because I just had this conversation twice this week. And I went back to the movie about Indecent Proposal. Remember that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it was, okay, we struggling, we going through a little something. But this man wants give us $1 million just to sleep with him or me, you or I, whoever, if I'm in a relationship. What would you do? You know, and for the guy's like, okay, no, I can't take that for the team. You know, I can't live with myself, because the thing is, he got to live with his thought process after knowing that he allowed this to happen to him, for one. But now, as the woman, we're used to being sexualized, and but now if I say, okay, I'll take the $1 million, but now you don't look at me the same anymore after we got the $1 million and we moving on with our life. So what do you do? So I ask people that question to hear the answer. Do you do it just to get out of the situation that you're in? Does the money change? What, you know what I'm saying? What does it change the relationship? Would you do that to yourself? And now you can't live with yourself because you thought the money would make you. Because the money sometimes is just about buying things. I mean, so you have to ask yourself, would you take the $1 million? As you said, Dave, do a little something strange for some change.
I can tell you right now, hell no, because you got to live with yourself.
Yeah.
Look, it's one thing for someone to violate you, someone to drug you, violate you. I'm talking about as a woman and as a man. Let's say you go to a party, new to Hollywood, boom, boom, boom. You're around celebrities. It's an amazing night. And, you know, someone says, hey, man, we going to this back room. We going to have some exclusive content. Come on back here. All right, yeah, bet. Hey, have a drink. Oh, yeah, thanks. Clink, clink. Hey, you done had 2 or 3 drinks that night. Ain't nothing happened. This is the one, though. You have that drink and then you wake up violated the next morning. That's one thing. But to willingly say, I want to do something strange in order to get a leg up in the world, first of all, man, the devil is a liar. Anything he offer you, he ain't gonna give it to you. And if he do give it to you, it's gonna have such great conditions, you're not gonna enjoy it. Look, these people in Hollywood that do deal with darkness hardly live a long life and pass away in peace. It's always the greatest downfall you've seen, or the biggest, or they die. What they have it, the 27-year-old club, where they claim people are dying by the time they're 27. They're sold to the devil. Go look that up on YouTube if you want to get into a conspiracy theory. Go look up the actors, actresses, and musicians that have died by the time they're 27, who they claim have sold their souls to the devil. It starts getting scary when you start digging in, because you start saying, "Oh my God," you know what I'm saying? So I would say, Yvette, no one should ever make a deal like that.
That's what I say too. It would be no for me too, because it first of all, it would change the dynamic of the relationship. If this is somebody that you love and we loved each other, we both loved each other, and we decided to do this thinking it will make life better for us, It won't. It may be momentarily, but now you start thinking, and then for the person who offered you the million, it's a power trip. It's because he can. Now, what if he enjoyed himself with the person? Now he's going to come back for more just for the heck of it because he know he can. Because you've already sold yourself out once. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta
I
think
mean,
about
and
your choices. You got to think about your choices.
one of the lifers said some people will do anything for fame, and sometimes it isn't as easy to shake off as they think. I listen. I will say this. Um,
I agree.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Meek Mill. I don't know. I don't know. But I'll just say some of those videos look real compromising. And I didn't see that earlier in his career. I didn't see that in his career. And it seems like, hanging around Diddy, he started behaving a little different. Um, Justin Bieber, I believe, was victimized. And we showed some of those videos, Yvette and Susie, where Justin Bieber was doing things and seemed like he was high or drunk or under the influence. And then later it seemed like he was like scared and afraid to be around Diddy. And, so, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Some people do some things, but Susie, you're kind of quiet, so I want you to have your chance to respond to that video, that Roseanne Barr video of, there's people really doing darkness in Hollywood on purpose.
I have two responses to that. The first thing is like as far as politics go, um, you know how they're taking away the rights to abortion and things of that nature.
Hmm.
They already were complaining at one point about people who are on government assistance and draining the taxpayers' money. And now they want to take away the right to abortion, which I think will allow more children to be put up for adoption, which a lot of celebrities do adopt children. Or as you can see from that video that the young lady made in the foster system, these kids get violated. So that puts more children up for the picking. And as far as what
Wow.
Roseanne said, that's what I thought about that. Because that's crazy. But as far as Roseanne, I think I don't like that. I don't know if you saw in the news earlier that a lot of these celebrities, it came out earlier today, that they have been paying out, that quite a few celebrities that we know have been paying um, the people with the videos to keep them from coming out. There's been a
Yeah.
few settlements already. And I wish that it would really just come out. Like, I hope this case goes the way it's supposed to, and that all these people that are doing these things are exposed, and that if this is like a sacrificial ritual that they are serving the devil, it would be the best thing ever for this country, for this globe, for this planet, that that comes out, because then that will bring people's faith in God. Like, they'll know for sure, if you can do these things, these rituals for the devil and get blessed, then they'll know that God is real on the other side. And that will bring this new generation and the people, everybody, closer to God. Because then, people struggle with their faith even though they don't want to say it. Some people struggle when things go bad and maybe God's not real, maybe God's not this, maybe God's not that. But if you know the devil's real, you'll know, okay, God has to be real. I'm gonna
Hmm.
give myself to God. So if this comes out in truth and it proves that there is this spiritual warfare going on, that will bring a lot of people back closer to God, I think. So I hope it comes out.
Yeah. Man, I really hope, like, I do want the truth to come out. First of all, I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody that's watching via YouTube. Got 23 people on YouTube. We got 17 people on Twitter. We got about 10 people on Instagram. So right now we got about 50 people watching live. So thank you everybody that's commenting. For the people that's commenting on Instagram, I cannot post your comments on the screen. In fact, I can't even see them unless I glance over at um at Instagram. So come on over to YouTube. We got another 40 minutes left, y'all. Unless these ladies are getting tired, which I know it's late over there. But yes, coming back to the show, I do want I want the truth to come out. You know, I'm very careful to just say things and report everything. Like look, Susie, we could have did an entire 2-hour show on Alli Carter and and her life and her testimony. We could have, because she definitely has enough material out there for everyone to go, goodness. You know what I mean? And I could name names. I could, because I watched all those videos. I can name all the names. I know them all. I'm not going to do that. And the reason I'm not going to do it is because I don't have any basis of fact. What I do have is a victim that says, I've been hurt. I believe her. Now, all the people and all the things. Yes, Susie.
See, that's what I don't understand. Like, you say we have a victim. You didn't say an alleged victim. But when we talk about the celebrities, we're very careful.
Let me tell you
So
why.
it's like,
Let me tell you why. If a person says they've been victimized, I'm going to believe them, right? I mean, I
and
need
you have
to.
to,
There needs to, in a court of law, the burden of proof would be on the prosecution to prove who did it, right? But the defense victim gets up and says, "Hey, something happened." Okay, let's go from there. All right, now let's, as the prosecutor, let me prove who did it, right? So here's the situation. I can't refute what comes out someone's mouth, and I'm not going to do that. However, I can say I don't know if what they said happened. So I'm not. I promise you, I'm not splitting hairs. I'm just making sure that as a podcaster, I'm not getting sued. All right,
absolutely.
Right.
because they have been podcasters that just said stuff
Yeah.
and they got sued,
Tasha K, I'm going to say that one.
and they lost.
Yeah.
They
Defamation
lost.
of character is one of the
Yeah.
first thing I learned in journalism. And that's the crazy thing. That was one of the first things I learned when I went to broadcasting school was defamation of character and find your facts. And then I go out into the real world. Facts don't mean a darn. What the fudge? I'm out here trying to make sure the words and the actions all match up. But people
Right.
just get up here and say anything. But here's the part that I don't like. You spew out all the non-truth, and it ever gets redacted. That's where it never, and then like that's like accusing someone that you got the wrong person. Okay, you let them out of jail, but you don't go back on national news as quickly as you accuse them. You don't go back and unrecuse them. You just don't redact
Yeah.
the lie that has been told
And
that has now ruined this person's life.
people that make false claims, right?
Yes.
Hardly get prosecuted. The man has done 17 years in prison, life destroyed. The woman don't even have to say I'm sorry in public.
You need to go
And
to
I-
jail.
and- Right. So I definitely am not trying to compare sins or anything like that, or compare, violations. But yeah, it's a tenuous. It's you got to be careful how you report on things and how you say things. Hold on, Alicia. Shout out to Alicia. Bad girl Alicia said, Jaguar has confirmed that the video of Diddy and Justin is in the video is about to be released, and they're trying to contact Justin about a tape. So Jaguar has said that. Okay, so I want to make this clear. Jaguar Wright has said this according to lifer Alicia. So you know what? If Justin, I believe that's Justin Combs, not Justin Timberlake.
Justin Bieber.
Oh, Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay, so let's talk about this, because I'm hearing allegedly from the internet that it's allegedly an A-list male, and allegedly it's Kevin Hart. That's what I've been reading all week.
I've heard that one too. I've heard
No,
the whole.
I have not heard that it is Justin Bieber in the tape. All right, I haven't heard that. Now, there is a tape of Justin Bieber, and we saw it. And you know what? Shout out to Chris Como, because he mentioned this, so now I'm gonna mention it. He said, "Why am I just now hearing about the Odell Beckham Jr., Diddy, and Justin Bieber video clip?" There's a clip where Odell Beckham is in the hood, and it looks like somebody's performing something down, because he's looking down like this, and you can see the corner of Diddy's face, and Diddy says something to alert them, and they both look at the camera like, "Oh shit." And then Justin Bieber comes up from being on his knees and looks at the camera, and he's definitely, his knees and his face were facing Odell Beckham's torso area. He comes up from off camera. He's looking dead in the camera, and he clearly has something on his face. Clearly has a liquid on his face, and he looks like drugged out. And he's like, "Oh, welcome to Happy New Year." But I saw that video a year ago. I said, I'm not putting it on my show because I don't know, what could happen. What were the circumstances? What am I reporting on? So I'm reporting. Let's just say it was consensual. So I'm reporting that two people did something consensually. I'm not into tea. I'm not in.
You're saying.
That's not what After Dark is. But if we can have a grown conversation about something and we can discuss the parameters around, hey man, are people doing stuff strange for change in Hollywood to get ahead? Are people selling their soul to the devil to get ahead? Are people being abused? That's a different discussion. But just say, "Ooh, Justin Bieber was out here giving somebody top." If that's a personal choice and if that's a preference, I ain't got nothing to say about it.
I got a question, Dave, because you one thing, like the Roseanne thing, I love that video. Like she really went in. Mace and Justin Bieber, right? Those two, I don't know if you know anyone else from Diddy's label, but those two went to gospel. Remember? They stopped messing they had an issue with Diddy and they turned to gospel. So they must have seen some things. I don't know if there's any other gospel artists that were once with
Well,
Diddy.
if we want to talk about Mace and others that left Bad Boy, there's a lot of people that left and turned to God. Loon left and went to Islam. Shine left,
See?
and if I'm not mistaken, Shine became if he might have became a Hasidic Jew, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Mace went to Christ, right? Other people have changed their lives. Craig Mack joined a fundamentalist Christian church.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Rest in peace to Craig Mack. He joined a fundamentalist Christian church, all white, I might add, and people thought the pastor was crazy because he was like, it was one of them fundamentalist churches where it's like, don't leave the community. You don't go to the doctor. You don't need to work outside of the commune. God will heal you. Now, Craig Mack died at that church. And before he died, rest in peace to Craig Mack, he did interviews about his life, his faith in God, and what happened at Bad Boy. And he explained that he came back to Bad Boy a couple times and the money was never right. And now, and I have to say allegedly, purportedly, they're saying that he died of HIV. That's what they're saying today in 2024. But when he died in, I believe, 2018, they're saying he died from liver failure. So I don't know what happened with Craig Mack. Rest in peace to Craig Mack, and condolences to his family. But Craig Mack went to a fundamentalist Christian commune and focused totally on God. Mace became a pastor, focused totally on God. Loon focused on Islam. To this day, listen to Loon, a different man than he was when he was on Bad Boy. So G. Depp turned himself in for a crime. Turned himself in. I don't know if y'all know that. Turned himself in. All right. And then he just got out this year. Shine got caught up, did the time. Right. And he's in politics and police. So, a lot happened. So I'll say this.
They saw something.
Justin Bieber definitely. Yeah, definitely. Justin Bieber definitely leaned on his Christian faith. Look, I done seen that boy praising God. I done seen him do praise music. Justin Bieber was serious about his walk with God.
Well, right? Yeah, like I said, he was down here that time, and again, because me and my mom was talking about it when he got caught up driving. He was had drugs or whatever in the car fast or whatever, and he was all over the news. And it was like, it's only because he's a public figure that they won't let this boy grow up, but he was definitely seeking help. He was acting out at that time, like really trying to find his way at some time. He'd just been around some not so great people. But I want to go back to something I said pertaining to church, and I guess I had hit on it too. A lot of people hide behind the church to do their, when they're doing some dastardly deeds as
Yeah.
well. And I mean, we're trying to say that this person running may be like one of the in the Bible where he used to kill Christians all the time, but now he done turned over his faith, so now God was just using him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
people tend to want to believe what they want to believe, and that's where things get a little scary, because some things are just straight evil, no matter what
Yeah.
you want to believe, and people will do and say to get what they need the people to get to for them. It's never
Mhm.
for the greater good. It's just a selfish reason why they do what they do.
Yeah.
So
Somebody
we
said
gotta be
Diddy was going
careful.
to church as well. Somebody said Diddy was going to church as well. And look, I'm gonna say this, y'all. Look, as a Christian and as an imperfect believer, as I say on my Instagram, people better not play with God. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'd rather say, hey, I need a savior and I'm not perfect and y'all pray for me. I'd rather do that than to just be out here being a complete devil and then saying, yeah, and I go to church too. That's dangerous, because being a predator is different than a person that has a night out and enjoys wine or whatever. That's different than spiking people's drinks and taking advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? So the people, just know this, you guys. The people that play with God and play with the devil, they end up getting what they deserve. And it's not vengeance is mine, says the Lord. That's what all I'm gonna say. So people, they don't need to be out here playing. That's all. And now let's go back to the Hollywood conspiracy theories. One thing that was alleged in the Kim Porter memoir that people are saying is fake is that Diddy practiced voodoo and witchcraft. That he was out here putting spells on people. Right. Another thing that was said by Mrs. Alli Carter is that when Diddy had guardianship of different kids, for instance, there's a video where he says, I got Justin's guardianship for 48 hours. He with me. Now, apparently, uh, Usher was the legal guardian of Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
And he turned over the guardianship temporarily for 48 hours to Diddy. And that's when Diddy was on tape saying, we about to go buck wild. We about to have the most fun we had in our life. For 48 hours, we about to go buck. I don't know if he said buck naked, because I don't think he said buck naked, but he said buck freaking wild. It was like, and everybody's like, why use the term buck? What? Why are you saying that to a 16-year-old? What adult tells a 16-year-old we about to go buck wild, dog, for the next 48 hours? What?
Even that.
That sound like you about to do something that's illegal. You know what I'm saying? But they saying that Alli Carter said she alleges that when Diddy got custody of various children, he had control of their contract, their psychological contract, so that people could take control of them and do things. And there was wild stuff that happened. And she alleged, now this is what Alli Carter alleges. She alleges that there are tunnels under the Diddy house, and that those tunnels take you to the Playboy house and take you to other houses. She alleges that those tunnels are used to traffic children. I did look this up. I looked up the FBI raid that I reported on Dave Life TV News back in June when this happened, and I could not find any record that the FBI found tunnels. I did find on Snopes.com that it was debunked, that there weren't any tunnels. However, they did say there was a pool that had an underground grotto tunnel where you go under the pool and swim and come back up in another area. And some people are saying that, okay, well, maybe Diddy, maybe the story got conflated. I don't know. I'll say this.
But
According to Alli Carter, authorities in child services did not protect her. According to Alli Carter, police did not protect her. So according to Alli Carter, it goes so far up the chain that if the FBI did find tapes, would we know about it? I mean, not tapes, tunnels. Would we know about it? And I'm gonna let you speak, Susie, because I didn't mean to cut you off. The comedian Eddie Griffin says that the reason they went in and got Diddy is because he did have tapes on people more powerful than him. So they didn't go in to just get Diddy. They went in to get the evidence of the people more powerful and take it and protect them and destroy it. See what I'm saying? Like for instance, Epstein went down, and then his handler, the lady, went down. Anybody else go down? No. Those are only two people. R. Kelly, only him. Did anyone else in his network go down? No. So what they're saying is that the powers that be, if they are doing wickedness and doing dirt and it's systematic, they never gonna let themselves get caught anyway. They're just gonna use the person that got caught as the fall guy. They're gonna take away all the evidence that can prove that they're involved, and they ain't gonna leave them out to dry.
Okay. Y'all remember the movie Scandal? The TV show Scandal with Kerry Washington.
Mhm.
And you see all the stuff that took place. That is based slightly on a real fixer that was in Washington who was a black woman. So a lot of those stories, of course, they were true. They were based on real factual things that took place. So if you've ever watched that from the beginning to the end, because I watched a lot of stuff that Shonda Rhimes do, but that was based strictly on some true facts of events. And of course, you gotta glorify, make it glorify it for TV.
Yeah.
A lot of things will have an ounce of truth in it.
Mhm.
You gotta remember. I always say this when me and my girlfriend talk about politics. The politicians and all the power that be love America, but they hate Americans. I want y'all to think about that. They love America, but they hate Americans. And that means everybody that's living in it. All right? Because
Wow.
they're up there making all these crazy things that trickle down. They don't make them for them. They make stuff for us.
Right.
All right? Worker bees, we're the worker bees. We got to get up and do 9 to 5 or how many hours, 12 hours, whatever day, for who? And half of it is taken for what? All right? Insurance. We've been paying insurance all our lives for what? For the maybe the possibility, because everything is ruled by fear. If I can fear you into believing this may happen, I need some money to make sure just it happens. Come on, think about it. All
Let me
right?
read a comment. Let me read a comment. Alicia said, this is bad girl Alicia. She said there are whole cities underground. Look up Mount Weather. There are tunnels everywhere. She also said, well, someone else said, all right. FRR said Epstein had names of government officials. They hid those names. Hold on.
He was killed in jail. He did not commit suicide.
Also, Alicia said, look up the movie Blink Twice. Now, I will say this. And then, Sharon, you want me to read this whole thing? Hold on, y'all. Okay. So, no, just lifers having conversations. Someone did say the revolution is being televised. Orlando Brown said that. All right. Everybody think Orlando crazy, right? But he said that Diddy made him give the oosh whoosh goosh lash. What did he say? Osh kosh bagosh oosh loosh goosh lash blue blue blue. He said Diddy made me give him that. Listen, this is a theory. Some people are saying that Orlando Brown and Jaguar Wright act crazy in order to keep saying truths, and that people have to have an ear to hear them.
I don't think they act crazy. I think they're traumatized and they look crazy to people, and they just accept that people think they're crazy, but because it benefits them if they think they're crazy. But I don't think they act on purpose. Sometimes the trauma shows up, sometimes they can handle it, sometimes they can't. That's what
I
I
feel
think
you.
is going on with that. Just Just like Kanye, like I said, all of these people that dealt with these individuals, like Jay-Z and was Kanye was with Jay-Z, but then right after their falling out, he also went to God. So
Started a whole church and everything in a movement.
Yeah, Kanye had a walk with God before he started get into the public,
That's true. That's
and
true.
you know him making Jesus walks.
Yeah.
But there are people that Susie, I know you're still here. Just wave at me when you're ready. There are people that you know don't put their Christian walk in the public eye because they're like, hey man, if I talk about God, I'm gonna offend somebody, you know, so I may lose fans and they may not buy my sneakers, they may not buy my record, et cetera, et cetera. All right. I want to play this clip while we waiting on let's do this. While we waiting on Susie to come back. I'm gonna play this clip, Yvette. I know you look like you gotta go in a little bit. Oh, you gotta go, Yvette.
I do, because it's about that week in time. But go ahead, play the clip.
All right, so we only have 15 minutes left. All right, I'm gonna play the clip because this is a good one. And this is Dame Dash talking about how it's nasty work that Diddy might have been spiking drinks because he owned a liquor company. He's gonna tell us about a time that he went to a Jay-Z concert with his daughter. And somebody gave him some shots of Douce, and that's Jay-Z's cognac, and he got seriously drunk, more drunk than he's like, I shouldn't be this drunk. What? And he starts putting stuff together. So listen to Dame.
Because what's crazy to me is if his hustle is putting stuff in people's drink, he made a liquor. I mean, that's the illest shit in the world, that everybody was partying and you don't know what was in that drink. And if he was, pause, undercover gay, because I didn't know it, and obviously if he was knocking men out and they were waking up violated, he's making somebody gay that doesn't want to be gay.
I'm talking about Diddy.
So I'm like, what was in them drinks? And then I'm starting to think like, damn, when did hip hop start to lose its masculinity? When did dudes, and again, no disrespect to nobody, but like tough niggas started wearing dresses and pocketbooks? Like maybe that could be the reason. And I'm just thinking it through. Like maybe that could be the reason why hip hop took a turn for the feminine, because that shit, if homie was really putting shit in people's drinks and he's making the liquor, and again, I don't know, and I'm not even saying it to be funny, but they saying, homie was putting shit in motherfuckers' baby oil. So how could you trust that person to serve you drinks at such a big scale? So I'm remembering Nori so adamant about me taking a shot of Ciroc, and I'm like, nah. And I brought my own. And now y'all can understand why I always want to make my own. So I brought my own liquor. You know what I'm saying? I was taking shots of my own. And then what happened, I made him take shots of Ciroc. And then he ended up getting too drunk, talking about take your shirt off and all this type shit. It's on tape. So it ain't like you just naturally start to think of things. And then I was thinking, there was this one time that when my daughter was 16, Jay had a show and my daughter wanted to go. So I'm like, yo, I'm not going to deprive my daughter.
Now, this isn't during the time period when Rockefeller has already split up. Him and Jay are not cool. He don't have no more business dealings with him. And so that's why he's saying, I'm not going to deprive my daughter of a chance to see a Jay-Z concert because, she's 16. She want to go to a concert. So he's explaining. So I'm giving y'all the setup that he wasn't cool with Jay, but being cordial. Hey, man, my daughter wants to show up. Then Jay says, cool. He sends them tickets. And then let's see what happens from that point forward.
I hollered at Jay, sent the kite and told him I wanted to go to a show with my daughter. And they accommodated me to the fullest. People were really surprised to see me there, took pictures with everybody. But, and again, Emery's my brother, so I would hate to think that he was fucking around like that, pause. But he kept asking me somebody, that was the first time I had tasted that Douce, and I got ridiculously drunk to the extent, and my daughter and I were talking about this the other day, that I was like, yo, I don't get this drunk. Why am I so drunk? And I ended up, pause, wrestling with Kevin Hart. Pause, nigga got me in a chicken wing. And I remember Vaughn taping that shit. And I'm like, yo, why you taping, Vaughn? So I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, because homie makes drinks too. And again, just if this is true, these are the things that I'm like just reflecting on. And if I wouldn't have played everything completely by the book, complete honor, then I could have been compromised. And what would have happened if I ever woke up feeling some kind of way?
Don't miss
compromise. What would I have done?
He said, if I didn't live and do everything by complete honor, I could have been compromised. What he's saying is, if I wanted to do something strange for some change, and somebody had me effed up drunk because they spiked my drink, and be like, hey dog, all you need to do is sign this, agree to this. All you gotta do is let me do this to you, and you back in the game. Dang, you got this much money. That's why he said, if I didn't play everything straight up, I could have been compromised and I could have found myself in a bad position. That's what I think may have happened to Kevin Hart. So people are alleging that Kevin Hart was the A-lister in the video with Diddy. I'll find the clip, or actually you guys can watch 2 episodes ago. We talked about it. The lawyer that is now saying that an A-lister is in a tape, and that someone has possession of the tape, and that they're trying to get this A-lister to buy the tape and to catch and kill. People are saying that they think the A-lister is Kevin Hart. And they're saying that he's in shambles right now because they're saying, and this is all alleged. All right. Allegedly, Kevin Hart is in shambles because he was violated, allegedly, if he's the one in the tape. He didn't know he was being taped. Allegedly, it was traumatic when it happened, and I don't think he wanted it to happen. But allegedly, that's been held over him for years. And now he's allegedly mortified that it might hit the mainstream media or TMZ or whoever is willing to pay, because basically they're blackmailing him, allegedly. Buy this and it goes away. My thing is, how do you even know that that's the only copy? So you pay this money and then it still pops up, on the National Enquirer or some other thing. So it's a mess right here right now.
My thing is, who has access to his tapes other than him? Because Kim was the only one that was able, well, I don't know. Based on the memoir, she was the only one that went in there and made copies secretly. Maybe Cassie did the same thing. I don't know. But how does someone other than Diddy get copies of the tape?
You're forgetting they were raided by Homeland Security. Not everyone is honest. Not everyone is honest.
That's true.
You got 40 agents, and what if one of them cuff it? Or okay, it ain't them. The Homeland takes all their stuff, but then you got neighbors that go into the compound and grab stuff. What if there are tunnels? And while the boys are locked up and the FBI and them are pulling off, somebody go through one of them tunnels, grab the stash.
I just think, I'm sitting here thinking, you said how? Chicago Bull, who was famous for doing big parties. When I worked at one of the studios here locally, we edited some of their party tapes. That was also very wild. So that's another way. I mean, all of us was in the control room, but we're watching this stuff and be like, wow, that's crazy. Like, oh my God, that took place. Like, wow. So it's possible for anybody to, but at the time we didn't have cell phones where you can be like, okay, let me get a little snippet of that and record a little bit. But
That's a good
it's just
point.
really, it's sad though. It's just really sad that things have to come because it takes away. I mean, look at R. Kelly. I'm still trying to tell people just enjoy music, just enjoy the artistry because that separates him from his music. But then you listen to some of the lyrics of his music and say, "Oh, so that's what he was talking about." Because it's like he wrote that, but you remind me of a car in a Jeep. I'm like, what the heck is he talking about? I want to ride you.
Right.
What's he saying? So now when you're listening to that and know I'm like, that's what he meant, So it does make now when you listen to some of the lyrics of his song, but one of my favorites, When a Woman Fed Up,
Yeah.
and nothing you can do about it. When she fed up, and that's that. Does that mean he done put his wife through something that's enough that she was fed up now?
Yo, that song that you're referring to is A Woman's Threat, right?
Yeah.
A Woman's Threat. Where the man is saying, "My home, my car, my this," right? And
Yeah.
then he sings an entire verse in the
Yes.
voice of the man. All this shit is mine. And she says, "Please, if you don't stop, somebody's gonna drive your car. Somebody's gonna wear your clothes. Somebody's gonna sleep in your bed. This is a woman's threat." That's scary.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it as a man, you come out here beating your chest. I'm King Dingaling. Yeah. And the only person that can stop you is the queen. And when the queen give your coochie to somebody else, you're gonna be over there crying in a corner.
Hurt, wounded.
Or you're gonna do something dumb and go to jail for the rest of your life.
That part.
There you go.
That part.
You can't listen, man. As a man, yes, you're the king, but please don't neglect your queen. Because you can't win, brother. Can't win.
There's
Can't
a
win.
question I have, Yvette, and probably I don't know if Destiny's still watching. You guys may have more knowledge, but I've been curious, like, is it against the law? They're like publicly showing on the news that these people who are in these videos are buying the videos. Is that not evidence? Does when they buy the videos, does that mean that they're no longer going to be prosecuted? How does that work? That's so
Wait,
strange to me.
let's be clear. Let's use hypothetically. Hypothetically, if the A-lister is Kevin Hart.
Not just him. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking
Okay.
about there's been quite a few people who have already settled. This came out in the news from the attorneys
Oh,
saying
because
that they
their
have
names
already
are
sold.
connected and they're settling. Yeah.
It's like the
Yes,
Black
so
Book,
they've already.
like when the Black Book, when the mayor of New York City was talking about how he's going to crack down on the whorehouses, but yet he was the number one client.
I'm not only a client, I'm the
Right.
player president.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Biggie.
I'm gonna give you
But
some of
yeah,
these damn dividends.
Right.
yeah.
I'm cracking down on the crime,
So
but
is that
I'll be there. Mhm.
are they buying their way out of the criminal case by settling civilly? They're buying their case.
Let's
Mhm.
separate two things. There's the civil case, and then there's criminal charges.
Right.
Mhm.
If the civil case is I was taken advantage of and I want damages, that's the Cassie case. He hit me, he beat me, he traumatized me. I want a civil settlement and damages. She didn't file the legal federal case. That was the feds,
Right.
right? So what I'm saying
Mhm.
is they could be settling out of court so that their name does not appear in the civil suit. They could be settling
Right.
out of court, right? That's nothing against the law to do that.
Yeah,
You can do
big
that.
companies do it all day long. They will, that's like the car accidents. You get into a car accident with somebody who's a high level person. They have money. They weren't supposed to be driving. Their license ain't right. So they'd be like, yo, you know what? This little hush money.
You want this to go away.
Just go away and don't ever speak of it. The accident never happened. I'm gonna fix your car. Here's a little change, and it's a wrap. And I just
So I'll give you an example, Susie, and then we only got 5 minutes and we out of here, y'all. Susie, so
But
if
I'm only speaking criminally though.
well,
They're
but no,
buying the
but
evidence.
we got to make it clear.
Mhm.
If they're talking about the tape of an A-lister, let me just use that as an example. If there's a tape of an A-lister man having sex with Diddy, and they're afraid that could destroy their reputation. It could destroy their marriage, right? As long as if nothing criminal happened. Okay, we got drunk, we had sex. As long as if it was consensual, then another person that was watching, let's say there's another person in the room, because they're saying other people were in the room watching, and they're on tape. If that person that's watching says, "Hey man, I don't want my name in this mess because it's going to destroy my career. It's going to mess up my, relationship with my wife. I want my name gone." Then they could pay to where, they can be removed from the lawsuit. Nothing comes forward. They're never talked about because nothing criminal happened. But if something criminal happened, you can't, no NDA protects you from criminal prosecution. So if you witnessed the crime and you were complicit, your name could come up. I don't care who you paid to redact it. No, you witnessed the crime. But see, that's if there's criminal charges. We need to be very clear that there are no criminal charges right now related to the A-listers tape. The criminal charges are related to what Diddy did to people. And those charges are between that party and Diddy. But when there's peripheral people around, they're not being charged with anything yet.
But I thought they said the person that was the A-lister that was involved sexually in that video, that they can tell that they didn't know they were being recorded. That's criminal. Right?
Here's what the lawyer said. It depends on the state. In some states, all you need is one party to consent to recording. You don't need two-party consent in some states. I know for a fact in New Jersey, you only need one consent to record. That means if you call me threatening me and I live in New Jersey and I hit record, I'm the one party that consented. You don't have to consent. But in some states, it's two parties. So it's really tricky, Susie. It's really tricky. Okay. But look, Susie, it's been a great show. We have a 2-hour limit. We're gonna keep it right here within the 120 minutes, and we are at 100 and, if my math is right, 117 minutes. We are almost there. So Yvette had to leave. Video lady, let's give her some horns. Thank you, video lady, for joining. I appreciate it. Susie, anything you want to say before we go? We really covered a lot today. Anything you want to say?
I made my point earlier on. I made my point. I'm going to continue to always say care about the people you actually know more than the people you don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. All right, Miss Susie, I appreciate you for joining. This is the Diddy case, strange developments, statements, and claims. Piers Morgan had to kind of explain and apologize. So that was interesting that he actually apologized. Hey, shout out to all the lifers that joined. I appreciate you for joining, Susie. We're going to get up out of here, okay? All right, Susie, I'll see you next time. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube. Lifers, subscribe. I'm going to see y'all Thursday. We coming back. Thank you to everybody that joined. Peace.